that time of year, guys. Wet, rainy, cold. Also means it's SEMA. And today we're gonna start taking apart our car, finally getting it prepped for this year's SEMA show. It's been a long time coming. We've spent hours and hours developing, and now's the time we actually get our hands dirty. It's not on this car. Is that a ZR1? It's not on that. Is that a ZR1? We got lots of vets here. What about this one? This one don't quite look like a ZR1, but something's happening with it. This is going to be our wide body this year. Obviously, you guys have seen this car in all of our episodes. Today is the day I'm actually gonna start ripping everything apart on it. We've been in close conversation with the carbon shop. They made great progress on our tooling and also some parts coming out of the molds as we speak. So today I'm gonna get started on taking apart the entire front section, rear section, cutting our rear bumper, installing our wing uprights, the substructure stuff you're not gonna see once the parts go on, including our front center mount duct, our front duct for the hood that will be fit, our grille sections in the front, and a lot of other miscellaneous stuff. So I think I'm ready for another year of, I hate that term SEMA crunch because it's kind of overdone, but for us, it's our SEMA slam, it's our SEMA pressure packer, it's our SEMA pressure cooker, it's a rice cooker. Anyway, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to pull Dusty off that Cybertruck Alien over there soon because I'm gonna need backup, and Evan will probably have to put a wrench in his hand, put the camera on the tripod. And if that happens, we're in trouble. Make sure you come see the car at SEMA and give Evan all the hard time. So guys, we got the car disassembled and we just got this delivery from Turn 14. It's our Airlift Wireless One Easy Mount System. Now, you might be asking, why are you running air on this car? Long story, we're gonna tell you about some typical dealer nonsense that we've dealt with. We can't find a good Chevrolet dealer any place east side of the Mississippi. That's gonna be a whole podcast episode on its own. But what we've been able to do is find a solution for our problem with our car that we're going to build this year for SEMA. Now, when I ordered that car, it was very early, and I believe it was 2022. It's one of the first ones into West Michigan. It was not available with the nose lift. So I wanted the car right away so we could start developing parts. Ordered the car without nose lift, has everything else that I wanted on it. And now, here we are. As I've ordered another car that was supposed to come in and we were going to build for SEMA, the dealer started to play games. We've had the same issue time and time again with every Chevrolet dealer. It seems like no matter what we do as far as business, they're not willing to help us out through a situation. So in this particular case, we decided, no problem, we'll build this car and we'll find a solution. Bring in Airlift's Wireless One system. Now, what we've been able to do is find Universal Air, who makes a air spring setup for the mag ride. That's a really cool, slick setup. I spoke with Zach, the owner. We've collaborated on creating our own nose lift system for this car, which will utilize air. So we will have, in place of the coil spring, we will have a bag bladder system that will allow us to lift it into 3 different positions. That will also not take away from our ride because the mag ride strut will stay plugged in and in place the way it should be. So a really slick setup. I'm excited to do it. I think we're the first ones to do that. And our air solution is going to be this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire up our compressor and management and hide that in the lower tunnel in the front half of the car and run our 2 air lines to our air strut locations on top of the mag ride. And then it will all be controlled by this little remote control. This also has Bluetooth, so you'll be able to do it by your phone. It'll store 3 settings. You can also manually change all of the settings. So gives us the feature of nose lift along with air, retains all of the ride characteristics that the car has originally, and it allows us to keep moving on our SEMA project because of that shortened deadline. So I'm gonna open this up, take a look at some of the parts, and get working on it. All right, so now that I have this system open, take a look. This is a super slick little setup. So this is your management, your wireless. This is your air compressor. and they make an easy mount system for this. Now this is a universal application you can use in a lot of different setups. In this particular case, I already explained to you guys how I'm going to use it in our situation. They also have included our airlines, our wiring harness, and all the miscellaneous stuff. Airlift's really good with that. We've tried to work with them. They're a local company. Shout out to Airlift, but I wish you guys would work a little closer with us so that we could create some really unique stuff here in Michigan. Maybe we will in the future, but this is something that we sourced on our own to give it a shot, and I think the solution is going to work perfectly for you. So I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to get it on the car and do something new. So I think we're pretty close to getting our mounts where we want and our holes cut the way that we want. Justin and I have been working on setting up our wing mount. Obviously we're using the factory Z07 mount to do the substructure, but on top we had these nice billet mount pieces made out of aluminum they're already threaded and tapped, so all we have to do is get our hardware for them. What Justin and I have been working on is Justin created a template for the Z07 rear bumper that we applied to our non-Z07 rear bumper that we've since cut all of our holes. If you see some of the content that we've already done or what Evan's caught, we started drilling them, and then just to be safe, slowly open up these holes so they fit our mounts through them. After we get these mounts through here the way that we want, we're gonna drill the holes for the hardware to go through, and we should be pretty good. We'll test fit our wing uprights, and these are just one of our 3D printed wing uprights that we use in these particular cases to allow us to template and make sure that we're not cutting too far. And we know that when our production pieces are ready, with 2 days left before SEMA, that they'll just bolt on. So Justin's gonna give me a hand. We're gonna get this back on, see if it fits. All right guys, so we've been hard at it getting the car completely disassembled and prepped, all the sub work that needs to be done prior to the final assembly. We've got a little bit of time here to work on some things at the shop before it goes to the carbon shop. So we've been working hard getting everything done. As you can see, some of the stuff here on the carpet, we've trimmed our rear trunk carpet in order to see what we're gonna be hiding back there behind that lid, which I'm not gonna give you all the details yet, but you know what's coming. You can see our front duct has been passed through our front tub. We've altered this goes inside of the front trunk. So this will be the duct that scoops the air in, and then the actual duct that goes from the radiator up to there is actually installed in the car. You can see we've already blacked out our radiators. We also got a little Easter egg right there, but you don't really see that yet. Justin today worked on getting the nose lift installed. So if you come up under here, you will see tucked away, that's right in the tunnel. That will be our Aerolift nose lift that we showed you on the bench. We're just waiting for the struts to arrive, which should be here Monday when we get the car put down on the ground. In the meantime, we've kind of been furious working on everything else. We've been disassembling a lot of stuff, getting it ready for paint, wrap, some other custom options. The interior is out of the car. We have the exhaust off of the car at this point. We've painted our rear tub because I'm particular. I don't like seeing any of the silver hanging out. And up there, you guys see our wing uprights that we were working on earlier as well. Right now, I'm gonna lower the car, show you guys the progress on the top side and also the front duct. As I said, we have our wing uprights in. You can see these things are rock solid. You can't yank them off. Did fit our lid in there, so we're good to go. The only thing we're waiting on is our Miltech high flow cats, which will be installed at the time the turbos go in. And then up front, we got this great looking piece. So this is our front duct that's in place that will carry the air through the radiator, not only assist with cooling, but also aerodynamics in the front. And once all of our splitter, canards, everything is all set up, along with our new hood, which I can't wait to see when that's done, I think this is gonna be a game changer and something nobody's done in the industry again. So I'm excited. Once we get those struts on Monday, me and Justin will get them popped in the car, test the nose lift, and we'll load her in the trailer and head to the east side.